I just want to find 11,780 votes.
And the key is we've got our fish back. They're now British fish, and they're better and happier fish for it.
Tell me what the truth is. Truth isn't truth. Truth isn't truth.
Go to work, don't go to work. Go outside, don't go outside. We will or won't think of something or other.
Have a good life. We will see you soon.
This is a very good conversation.
Diplomatic community.
Welcome to episode 173. I hope I got that right. With two skeptical chaps, myself, Spike, and my esteemed co-hosts, Dr. Dan and Ollie.
Hello.
You made a right tits here of that. Hello.
Yeah.
I kind of just guessed at the last minute. It's 173, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Every episode, we're on to rave about anything from news, social media, politics, current affairs, absolutely anything that annoys or delights us. And if you are underage or easily offended, Dr. Dan wants you to listen anyway.
You even made a tits of that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell?
Something about you probably should not be listening if you're...
You probably shouldn't be, but I want you to anyway. And then I go, yeah, give it a go. And that's...
173 episodes and you still haven't learnt it off by heart. Fuck me.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, anyway, how you guys doing?
Ugh, I've had a hell of a week.
Yeah, so I get
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, sorry to bring everybody down, but I've got a hamster update, and it's not good news. Oh, I now have a pen and not a teller.
Ooh.
Poor Mr. Teller the hamster, yeah.
What was the cause?
Well, they're still not sure, but I suspect it was tumour or something like that. But yeah, I had to take him to the vets, and another 40 quid they charged me to put him down. I was like, I know Ollie would have done it for free. With a cricket bat.
This is the most expensive dead hamster in the world.
It really is, yeah. But, yeah. Oh, I was a bit heartbroken, my little pet hamster.
Oh, no.
So, and now I've got the other one, and now, I don't know if the other one is lonely or not now, I'm not sure, but I can't get another one, because if you put a new one into the cage right now, they go territorial mode, he'd fight to the death.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, Mr. Penn is now on his own.
But get Penn a lady.
Well, even then, like, you have to time it just right, and then even afterwards you'd have to separate them. They go a bit mental.
Okay.
They even eat their own children, hamsters, if you leave them in the cage too long.
Wow. Okay.
Because in the wild they could separate and stuff. If they're in the cage, they're a bit,
Okay. I didn't know hamsters were that complicated, but yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the aficionado's pet, a hamster. It's not for little kids, hamsters. It's for expert animal handlers.
So when the other one snuffs it, I mean tragically passes away. Will you get another pair or?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I had a little bit of a gap before I got these two, but the flat did feel lonely without like anything in that corner because I've always had like that cage and not always, but I've had a bunch of them over the years.
I suppose you're kind of prepared because you do know they don't live terribly long anyway.
Yeah, but I got them in December.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't that old, was he?
This was short even for a hamster.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Oh, poor little fella. I like that one.
Did you? Typical, the one he liked. Yeah.
Let's delight us, Dan. Come on. Let's make the world a happy place. What are your Dan's delights for this episode?
Well, I got one Netflix delight for you, or Amazon, I think it was on. I can't remember, one of the two. There's a film called Guns Akimbo, and it was actually really good. I'll give you the basic plot. It's got the bloke from Harry Potter in it. What's his name? Daniel something or other.
Radcliffe. Yeah.
Radcliffe, yeah.
Yeah, him. And basically, he pisses some people off, so they bolt guns to his hands. So he's got guns in his hands, and he can't drop them. And the guns, both of them have like 50 bullets each. And then they're like, oh, we've sent like a crazy hit woman after you. So like, you kill her or she kills you. Have at it. And that's the film in a nutshell. And it's actually really good. It's a bit like Hardcore Henry, but not from a first person. It's like that sort of vibe. So this is like Edward Scissorhands, but with guns. That is a joke that's made in the film, Spike. Someone does call him Edward Gunhands.
Oh.
So,
you are not selling it to me, I'm afraid. It sounds absolute... it sounds absolute shite!
Yeah, but it's good fun.
Well, in fairness, this is a Dan kind of movie. I don't think it's an Ollie or Spike kind of movie.
If you like lots of guns and shooting and crazy violence and stuff, check that out. You'll like it. It's got the Dan seal of approval. Yeah, other than that, not too much going on. I've got some fun tweets and Facebook posts for you if you'd like some of those.
Yep,
for some delights. Here we go. This is quite nice. It's a picture of a starry sky, and someone's written on it, anything can be a UFO if you're bad enough at identifying stuff. It's like, yeah, makes you think.
True, yeah.
This is nice. It's a picture of a funeral, and it says, we are gathered here today because your prayers didn't work. It's like, if I ever give a eulogy...
Very true.
Yeah. This is quite nice. This is from someone called Nick Sampson on Twitter. When I was a kid, I told my class I dreamed of being an actor. A bully laughed at me and told me I was too ugly. Today, after years of hard work, roadblocks and struggle, I finally managed to hit that bully with my car. Don't give up. This is quite nice. This is from Christina Rose. This is someone texting with their mother, I believe. Why the hell did you tell your father BDSM stands for burgers, drinks and salsa music? He just invited Bob and Agnes to come over tonight for a BDSM party. We are not done talking about this.
I like that.
Gary Delaney.
I guess Agnes came prepared.
Gary Delaney, he's tweeted, my personal trainer is Russian. He always says that inside every fat person is a thin person trying to get out. And inside them is an even thinner person. And... ... Very good. Last one. This is from someone called Anissa. When I was 19, I had to apply for a job and couldn't be asked writing a cover letter. So I made a fake job ad for the job I was applying for on Gumtree, and 200 people applied, and I picked the best cover letter as my own. Now that is genius!
Shit.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Whatever job they were going for, you need to hire that person just for coming up with that. Yeah.
That's
brilliant.
Awesome. That almost sounds like it needs to be in the confessions rather than...
I suppose it could be a confession.
Just a tweet. Yeah, that's brilliant.
It reminds me of this, I don't know if it's one of those urban myths or something, but someone was asked in an interview, he was applying for a sales job, and the guy in the interview said, I'm only going to ask you one thing, and if you're successful in this, you get the job. And he said, here's my laptop, see if you can sell this laptop to anyone within the next 24 hours for, $20,000 or something ridiculous. And the guy said, fine. And he took the laptop and he left the building. And then hours later, where is he? He hasn't turned up. And, the guy calls him back 8 hours later. Hey, where are you? I need my laptop back. I need to start getting to work. And he says, $20,000.
Okay.
Right. I get the feeling Spike thought that was building to a big laugh on the thing, and we're just sitting there going, is that it?
Well, it was clever, wasn't it?
No.
Well, no, I think the way you told it, he had 24 hours to sell it, and then for some reason he's desperate to get said laptop back. I mean, the premise just doesn't work. Who would give someone that randomly turns up to a job interview a laptop that's actually useful to them and then say go out and sell it?
Well, that's exactly it. Who would pay $20,000 to have that laptop back? The original owner.
I thought you were going to say something a bit more clever, like he goes, right, it's your laptop, I've just put a load of child porn on it or something, and if you don't give me $20,000, I'm gonna hand this in at the police station and get you nicked, mate.
Anyway, it was a job for anyway, it's probably an urban myth, but yeah.
Even as urban myths go, it's a shit one.
That's
Anyway.
Okay. Alright, what have you got for a Spike? What's your spark? Please don't let it be another urban myth.
No. Do I tell you guys this? So I didn't want.
Oh, now he's got us interested. It sounds scandalous. Yes, tell us, what have you been up to?
I told you to put cream on it and just not worry about it. Just keep quiet. Shush.
I actually wish that advice worked, Ollie, but so yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but I know you two were going through some difficult times recently, and I didn't want to essentially turn the show into, three depressing chaps.
I think it already has been that for a long time.
About 2 months ago, I got told that my job is at risk of redundancy.
Ooh.
So, been going through a bit of a difficult time. There was quite a few factors in this, and I'm sure many people don't want to hear this, but, Brexit is one of them, the general economic situation from lockdown and all this. And, I won't be giving away any company secrets, I guess, but many organizations are heavily offshoring, and more than 80% of our leadership roles are moving to low-cost locations. So, India, China, that sort of thing. So, in my case as well, I guess it was multiplied because 2 big business units in our organization were merging into one. So a lot of the leadership roles were duplicated. So it ended up between me and, my counterpart from this other business unit.
And you killed them.
For that one single role. But it ended up that none of us got it. They just scrapped the role entirely, and they said they don't need the role anymore. So we were both put on the risk for redundancy. So essentially I had 3 months to find a new role internally or be made redundant. So, it was quite stressful. So, I guess in a good way, when I started reaching out to contacts in the organization, a lot of them were saying, how could you be redundant? I've got a job for you. I'd take you on, all this type of thing. But I had to go through the formal, process of, applying for the role, going for interviews, stuff like that, whatever. So anyway,
I'm assuming, can I just interrupt? I'm assuming this story is going to end on a happy note because this is your Spike
It will
Spark.
end on a happy note, yes, because last week I ended up with...
Well, no, hang on a minute. I just want to say, you didn't reach out to me. Why didn't you reach out to me? I could have done with an assistant. You could be my T-boy or something.
I was going to say, you both work for the same company,
That's exactly why I didn't reach out to you, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, we're both in the same...
Yeah. Anyway, last week I had 2.5 options, because one of the options they still were not sure whether they could hire in London. Any London role or high cost role is under heavy scrutiny. London, New York, Hong Kong, that type of thing. So anyway, I had 2 clear options. I picked one, and I'm starting my new role on the 9th of August. So
yay!
3 weeks
got a
time.
new
So
job. That's
quite excited. And I finally got something new. But yeah, the last 2 months have been a bit stressful.
Yeah,
I bet.
But yeah, Spike Spark, it's all about me. I found a new role.
Without giving too much away, what is it your organisation does? Because you refer to it as the organisation. Was it a sort of some dark, sinister underworld thing that?
I work for a huge international bank, and I work for their commercial banking.
Oh, so you're both a
division.
couple of bankers.
Well, technology in a bank.
No, yeah. I write software for said organisation. Yeah,
yes.
It's a bit like Mr. Robot. The Evil Corp. They've got the claws into everything, but in a nice way.
and I look after technology teams or development teams in said bank.
Oh, right.
Yeah, actually, it's not like that at all. I should say it's not like Evil Corp. It's a very nice place to work, and please, I like my job. Don't make me redundant either. Fucking hell. Oh, yeah, I got made redundant years ago. It was a horrible feeling when it came. But for me, it worked out. 2 weeks later, I got the job that I'm now still in, effectively.
Yeah.
I was there as a contractor, but they kept me around for years, and then they made me permanent.
Actually, it turned out better for me in the long run. I mean, when you get told initially, it's obviously quite a bad feeling, and then they say, "Oh, it's not you, it's the role that's been made redundant." We still
it's not you, it's us. We don't like you anymore.
But it still doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Yeah, it's not you, it's us. We've worked out that you don't do anything.
That thing you do, we don't need anyone to do that anymore.
It's not you, it's us. We found a guy in India that will do it for a quarter of the fee.
We can find 4 guys in India to do what you do.
Yeah. It is worrying though, because my job, as far as I'm aware, is okay at the moment, but my boss got made redundant. His boss retired early. A load of other people that are sort of parallel to them I know of leaving. So yeah, they're sort of trimming out the management.
Yeah, it's if you're above a certain level, your chances of being made redundant are so much higher.
Stay at the bottom. That's what I do. Hide in the bushes.
Yeah,
don't climb the trees. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, good news. So
congratulations, Spike. Well, roughly, what is the new gig? Are you doing anything? Are you is it a complete change of gears? Because we had a friend in the organisation who she left and then she moved from something IT based. She moved into like corporate sustainability, which is like sort of hugging trees and hippie stuff. Is that what?
I'm going to be the title of the role is actually quite cool. It's head of people, culture, and learning.
Ooh.
So I'm going to be helping to how to drive data literacy, data-driven behaviors, the right learning, the right upskilling, talent identification, culture, leadership behaviors, stuff like that.
What does that have to do with culture? Because you don't have any.
Yeah, when you said culture, I thought you'd be like reading poetry in the company lobby or something. That would be good.
Ooh, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. If you need an assistant, Spike, I'm more than willing to transfer over.
Yeah, so it's a bit of my passion recently. I've been involved in some side initiatives around, leadership behaviors, culture, learning, stuff like that. Yeah. So, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
You seem very adept with the sort of keyword, buzzword things there, with all of those terms that I've already instantly forgotten. Was it? Management, leadership, comfort, something, cloud. It's all blue sky thinking in
well done, Dan. You've got it nailed.
Big data in the cupboard. I did what? Yeah. Okay.
I'm coming to make sure that you are more data literate, Dan.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Good luck. Right, what have you got for us, Ollie? What has made you jolly this week? See what I did there? Ollie's jolly. Ollie's jolly. Are we going with it? We're not sure. We haven't got any feedback from the listeners yet. Ollie jolly. Yeah.
Well, that's because they haven't listened to the episode yet. I haven't released it.
Yeah, I know. They can't have given us feedback. Yeah,
So we could be on Ollie's orifice. We could be on Ollie's jollies.
Yeah.
Please vote.
Yeah.
What's tickled me this week?
What have you got for us?
We haven't really had a lot of time since the last episode, and I do thank you, Spike, for giving me a half an hour's notice. Really appreciate that.
Before recording this one, yeah.
I'm the spur of the moment kind of guy.
Yeah, Spike just messaged us at like 10 o'clock this morning and was like, well, I can't record tomorrow, so if you want to do it, we got to do it now. Get your ass in gear, boys. Set up. I was like, all right.
I don't like planning things. I like, spur of the moment. Come on.
We have noticed.
Fair enough.
No, this week I did watch 2 stand-up shows of... I know you might know if I say the words rhubarb bikini.
Rhubarb bikini?
Ooh, that doesn't ring a bell at all.
I don't know what that is. Sounds like something Rod Gilbert would come up with.
I'm gonna Google this right now.
Rhubarb bikini.
Joe Lycett.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Joe Lycett thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like his show titles are always really good. Normally they're things like "That's the way." Joe Lycett.
I love him. I think he's absolutely brilliant. And the way he ties all his stuff in is superb. But yeah, they had one of his shows on one of the channels on television, and the other one happened to be on demand. I've seen them before, probably a couple of times before, but I watched them both back to back, and really enjoyed them. So that's been my jolly for the week is a couple of Joe Lycett shows. And if you haven't seen him perform live, it's well worth digging out his shows on Netflix or even buying them on DVD.
Well, I'm sort of looking at going back into the stand-up, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. So, like, the Comedy Store is now properly open again. They put a little video out the other day showing, like, it was a fully packed audience. And I'm like, I'm not sure I'm comfortable sitting in the middle of that, or even sitting on the edge of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a basement room. They said they're well ventilated down there, but I mean, it's a basement in London with 300 people in it. I'm not sure. It's supposed to be the Gong Show Monday. I kind of want to do it. Maybe I could just turn up, jump on stage, do mine, and if I get booed off, then leave very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the Gong Show, you'll only be on stage for 25 seconds anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, but you've got to wait for your turn.
Well, yeah, but...
I'm glad to see everyone's coming around to my way of thinking.
Yeah.
Look, just stay the fuck away from people. Yeah.
Yeah, we should just all be fucking asocial.
Yeah.
Just, big crowds. No, I'm not going there.
Well, I've been doing that for 30 years. I mean, I've got it down to a T.
Who was it? Before we started recording, one of you was talking about John Lewis for some reason.
It was me.
Yeah, what was that about? Why were you saying John Lewis? Because I did think about that the other day.
I asked Ollie about his smart speaker.
You want to get some new technology in the flat.
John Lewis I saw were having a big sort of stock reduction sale on one of their smart speakers. It was like, very cheap. So I was just asking Ollie about it.
Yeah, because I was actually on the John Lewis website. I think it was yesterday. Check me out, John Lewis, ladies.
Hey.
But yeah, I noticed they've got a thing at the bottom of the site after all the like advertising to sell you loads of crap. It's got a load of blurb at the bottom, and it says, "Click here to read our modern slavery statement."
What?
Right. So, spoiler alert. I clicked it. They're against it. Modern slavery. Why is that a thing?
Oh.
It's like, who out there was thinking John Lewis is pro-slavery? Who's turned up at John Lewis and went, I'd like to buy a wardrobe, please, and go, oh, hang on a minute, we'll just get our slaves to carry it to your car for you. How is that a thing? And then I started clicking around onto I put this thing in my head. So I started checking out all these other companies. Loads of them have got it. Loads of them have a thing. Here's our statement on modern slavery.
Well, modern slavery is a huge problem, still.
Well, there was a big thing. I think it was Nike or, there was a big sort of clothing or shoe brand that was in the news recently because a lot of their products that were made somewhere, abroad in some cheap country was actually, most of their employees were actually being treated like slaves.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough if it's something like Nike, because they're in the shoe making industry and there's rumours, things like that. But interestingly, Marks and Spencer's, their website, no slavery statement.
Ooh.
These aren't just any slaves. These are Marks and Spencer's slaves. Okay, that's not true. I haven't even checked the Marks and Spencer's website. Please do not sue me, Marks and Spencer's. This isn't just any lawsuit. This is a Marks and Spencer's lawsuit.
Do you have any slaves in your orifice, Ollie?
I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing though is but they do. All these companies have all of these things at the bottom of the website now. There's like a whole list of them. They've got, here's our statement on modern slavery. Here's our statement on equal opportunities and blah, blah, blah. And here's our statement on like saving the planet. And here's our statement. Can we not just put a thing at the bottom and go, we are not evil. We are a nice guy. Just put something like that. That sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then, what are you supposed to do? If you're reading between the lines on things, if they've got a statement on equal opportunities, but they don't have a statement on slavery, are we therefore to assume that they're pro-slavery, but not in a racist way? Like, they'll take slaves of every creed, colour, sexual orientation, they're fine with whatever, but I don't know.
I guess the problem lies with a lot of these, keyboard warriors and, extreme liberals who, you don't have anything about this on your website. You had no statement. Maybe then you must be guilty or what? How you can't? It's difficult. You can't sort of tackle
where do you draw
every
the line?
issue.
Yeah, I'm not going to shop with you because you don't have a statement about saving the Brazilian tree frog.
Yeah.
Well, no, here's our statement, we didn't kill Tupac. I mean, where do you draw the line? I mean, all these horrible things happen in the world. Well, I don't know. Yeah.
So did you kill Biggie then?
They might have done. Who knows? Yeah.
Okay, let's get out of Ollie's orifice. Continue, Ollie.
That's all I've got for my orifice, really. Joe likes it.
Oh, excellent.
There you go.
Yeah, good.
I've added that into the to watch bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Ooh.
I'll tell you what else I watched.
What?
I did have another one.
Yeah.
I watched, Crikey, It's Shark Week.
Ooh, that sounds good.
This is the start of Shark Week on the Discovery Channel, but it's on the Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
So you need to be a subscriber to that. And the first episode is presented by Robert Irwin.
Okay. Is that Steve Irwin's son?
Yeah. And it's about his first diving experiences with sharks, and sort of starting off with, smaller sharks like nurse sharks, white tips, things like that. Gets very excited at finding a wobbegong, which is just the greatest name for a shark ever.
A what?
A wobbegong.
A wobbegong?
Yeah, it's an Australian name. It's a
sounds like the sort of thing Boris Johnson would shout out as he climaxes. Wobbegong!
Oh, you got me with that one, Dan. Well done. Well done.
Yes, well, but it leads up to his.
Oh man, why am I even picturing this?
No, don't picture that.
Oh man. Anyway, the wobbegong, that's the shark that looks almost like a underwater stone.
That's right. Yeah, it just sort of hovers around on the bottom of the ocean, and when the fish pass by, it just creates a huge vortex and sucks the thing in. It's quite an impressive thing. But it leads up to his encounter with a great white. In one of the cages, the cage diving sort of thing, off the edge of a boat.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool watch, actually. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to watch the rest of the Shark Week stuff. But that was really good. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. But you do need to be subscribed to the Discovery Plus. But they do have like a year's free trial or something like that. I'm on a 9-month free trial, I think.
Ooh.
I've dived with lots of sharks. I haven't dived with great whites, but I dived with giant hammerhead sharks in Hawaii that were like 4 meters long.
Yeah.
That was quite impressive. And I dived with like really big, like grey reef sharks and things like that in the Bahamas. Those were huge. And I did a shark feeding dive with those, and I didn't use a cage because I'm a real man.
Well, there was a great bit, and it's not too much of a spoiler, but there's a great bit. There's one of the shark experts who's, it's not stated on screen, but it's pretty bloody obvious that he lost his arm and leg in a shark attack. And he's sat giving Robert Irwin advice and telling him how they're going to dive. And I'm sat there thinking, the last person I would want to take advice from is someone with 50% of their limbs missing.
I suppose you learn from experience, don't you?
Yeah, but there's experience and there's being half-eaten.
I can tell you at least 2 examples of things you shouldn't do.
So that's my orifice closed for this week.
Excellent.
Is it time for the confessions?
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Confession. So yes, this is from the account Fesshole. People tweet them stuff, and then they put it out there as a confession, anonymous, and Ollie can decide to forgive or not in his capacity as a former monk. Here we go. This one's good. While drunk, I once dropped an entire 14-inch takeaway pizza face down into my bathroom sink. I recovered it and scraped the toppings back on. My posh friends commented on the amazing use of mint. The leaves were spinach and the mint flavour was toothpaste. What do you think, Ollie? Forgiven or not forgiven?
Yeah, I'd definitely forgive that.
Well, if the posh people were happy, then
for not wasting food, and for confusing a lot of very posh people. Well done, bravo.
Yeah,
go in peace, my son.
Well, now it's not very COVID friendly, is it? They're eating a pizza that's got someone spat out toothpaste all over it.
I do have one question. Why were you taking your pizza into the bathroom?
Yeah, who takes the pizza into the bathroom
and then hovers it over the sink?
Yeah.
I think this one is a bit suspicious, actually.
That sounds a bit odd. Yeah.
I'm inclined not to believe you, person.
Okay. Here we go. I'm assuming this is from an American. As a 14-year-old, I sneaked into the school hall where the majorettes were practicing their baton twirling. I waited for a bit, and when they all threw them in the air, I turned all the lights off and ran away. I can still hear the screams as the batons rained down on their heads.
Result.
Yeah. Ollie, forgiven?
Absolutely, because that is exactly the sort of thing I would have done. In fact, I wish I'd thought of something like that. That's brilliant. Not only forgiven, but I would give you my blessing as well. Have a blessing.
Ooh. We need sound effects.
Yeah, we do. Someone create some sound effects. Something else for me to fucking edit in.
Yeah.
I've got one for you, Ollie, from Fessel. Once I was so cross at my wife, I went into our bedroom and crumpled up her neatly laid out clothes.
What the fuck, Spike? How did you manage to pick the most boring fess from Fesshole? You have a knack for that.
Picture
Your anecdotes, jokes, and
it's so
confessions,
childish. Come on.
They are so shit this week. You deserve
it's the silly ones that work.
Yeah. Look, I'll show you how you pick a good one. Here we go. Look, this is one I've got. 5 years ago, I met a married older lady on a well-known dating app and messed around with her casually for a few months before drifting apart. Found out yesterday she's my sister's boyfriend's aunt. Going to a family barbecue she'll be at on Sunday. She doesn't know yet. Should be fun.
Crumple up her clothes. That'll really rock her world.
Yes.
Yeah.
I crumpled up her clothes.
Oh, man.
Whenever I make my son sandwiches for his school lunch, I squirt the ketchup in the shape of a cock and balls. Don't know why, but I have no intention of stopping. A bit passive-aggressive. There you go. What do you think of those, Ollie? Forgiven?
Yeah, definitely. Again, completely childish. Completely the sort of thing I would do.
Yeah. He likes those. There we go. Excellent. Is it time for the Snopes game?
Snopes game.
Yay! Don't get it wrong, Spike.
Spike, don't get it wrong.
Yeah, that and all.
That's the worst. The Snopes game. Oh, Spike, don't get it wrong. Snopes game.
Alright. Okay, first one. Fact check. Should hotel guests always put coins in the sink?
Why?
There's a picture of a plug hole with some coins in it. Should hotel guests always put coins in the sink? That's all the information we've got.
I don't see why.
What would that do, putting coins in the sink? I mean, it would slow down the water going down the plug hole? Is there a reason that would be beneficial?
What's the point of that?
Yeah, I don't see...
Is it a way to slowly clean the coins while you're brushing your teeth? I'm not sure. I'm intrigued by this one, I have to admit.
Where does it even originate from? I mean, who came up with the...
I have no idea.
That's literally all it gives us.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the link. It says Snopes.com, fact-checked, hotel coins sink. This is all the information I've got without clicking it.
That's helpful.
I can't imagine why this would be useful.
Yeah.
So complete guess. I'm going to say false.
Yeah, I don't get it, so I'm going to say false.
Yeah, I see absolutely no benefit to doing it whatsoever, so yeah, false.
Alright, I've clicked the link, and Snopes says, it's a mostly false. Yay! We all get a point. Damn right, Spike right, Ollie right, yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell is that about? Right, the claim. An article revealed an important reason why hotel guests should always put coins in the bathroom sink. Yeah, and what's true, an ominous advert pointed readers to an article that explained why it may be useful to put coins in a hotel bathroom sink. What's false? The use of the word always in the ad seemed to hint that there was a critical safety reason for placing coins in the sink. In the end, the tip was simply to place the coins on top of plastic, creating a temporary stopper so clothes could be washed in the sink. What the fuck? Oh, if you've lost the plug, you can...
That's ridiculous.
That's it! That's very disappointing. I was hoping for a lot more there, Snopes.
That was rubbish.
Yeah, it's rubbish, but what I was thinking, just as you were reading there, maybe it's so that you don't lose anything down the the plug hole, like your rings or something.
But who throws their rings down the sink?
Yeah, but that's sort of the only plausible thing I could think of.
And who the fuck washes their clothes in the sink anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're at a nice hotel, they have laundry service. Or here's an idea. Bring enough clothes with you so you've got enough clean ones on your trip. What the fuck?
That's some revolutionary shit there, Dan.
Yeah.
At least people don't think of that.
Oh,
this is from an article with the headline, "Use these hacks the next time you stay in a hotel." Apparently, this featured.
Yeah. Here's a top tip. If you want a cup of tea, boil the kettle before drinking.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, they're just saying, apparently this is just a clickbaity thing. But even clickbait, there should be something sort of interesting behind it, shouldn't there?
Yeah.
That's just nothingness. You didn't write it, did you, Spike?
It sounds like something I would.
Yeah. Alright, next one. Fact check. Did NBC's Ultimate Slip and Slide delay shooting due to explosive diarrhea outbreak? And then there is a picture of some people sliding down a big slide.
I didn't get that. What outbreak?
An explosive diarrhea outbreak.
Oh.
Did that delay the filming of something called NBC's Ultimate Slip and Slide?
Oh, man. The imagery.
And there's pictures of some people, going down a big inflatable slide thingy. I don't know what this show is. Ultimate Slip and Slide. Is it a competitive sliding to go down slides? Is that a thing? I don't get it. I'm not sure what this is. I shared this one on the Facebook page. Basilis Graves, he has responded, boom! True! Basilis Graves thinks this is true. But this happened last week. Didn't we do something last week and all the agents said it was true and it turned out to be false?
Yeah, I'm not going to go with the agents this week because last week they lost me a point.
They misled us. Yeah.
So I'm going to go false.
Spike is saying false. If Spike's saying false, I'm going to say true because Spike is historically very bad at guessing. I'll say true just to make it exciting. Ollie, what are you saying?
Well, now, I know a little about this. And only a little. Because someone sent me the link a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, and I tweeted about it, that diarrhea is wet and slippery. I don't see what the problem is. Just carry on. That was my tweet, but I didn't actually research into whether it was sort of a true thing or not. So I don't actually know. But
so it could be fake news that's been shared around. I mean, that's pretty much what Snopes does, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm inclined to go false.
Alright, so you're both saying false. I'm saying true. This is exciting for me.
Oh.
I'm clicking the link. And Snopes says... Ooh! We've never had this before! The rating. Research in progress.
Ooh, Snopes is on it. So we're going to have to come back to this one in the future.
They're still looking into it. This is very exciting. The claim.
Yes.
In June 2021, NBC's new reality show, Ultimate Slip and Slide, delayed filming after an outbreak of something or other caused explosive diarrhea. Yeah. So how does the show work, Ultimate Slip and Slide?
I have no idea. Well, you know what a slip and slide is, don't you?
Well, it's a slidey thing.
Yeah, you put some plastic on the ground and slide along it on bubbles or diarrhea as if you want.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, the Wet and Wild new series. Transforms a real life water park full of gigantic slippery slides. Into some sort of contest. I'm not sure how you take home a big cash prize, but apparently you can get a big cash prize by slipping and sliding. I don't know how that works, but yeah. If anyone's seen this show, please explain it to me. Let us know how this works. Oh, hang on. No, you can't have seen it. So it's not even come out yet. They're filming it. And then they stop the filming. It's never been released. There's a premiere. So we don't even know how this show works. They're getting a bit desperate with these shows, aren't they? There's all these things like this. I mean, I can see the appeal of like the Ninja Warrior sort of shows and the Takeshi's Castle where you got to run through obstacle courses. But now they're just doing all random shit where it's like, oh, can you fit through a hole in a wall? Can you go down a water slide? Can you, do a dance off with a...
Yeah, Mary Berry teaches you to knit a tea cosy.
Yeah. Just Okay, but, well, no one gets a point, no one loses a point. That's pending. Research in progress, so we're going to get an answer at some point. Yeah. Right, next one. Fact check. Was a plane with landing gear failure saved by a truck? And then there is a picture of a plane coming into land, and racing ahead in front of the plane is a truck, and it sort of looks like the pilot is going to attempt to land the crumpled front wheel in the back of the truck while it's going down the runway. I mean, the logistics of pulling that off I would have thought that'd be impossible.
Yeah. I saw this. I can't remember if it was a photo or actual video of this many years ago. It's an old story.
Well, I shared this on the Facebook page. Agent Doug, he's commented. He said it has happened, just not a passenger jet. Well, in the picture, there's clearly a passenger jet. So that would imply that that's miscaptioned or something, or someone's photoshopped it in. Ooh. I mean, if that picture's fake, Snopes would normally say that's miscaptioned or something, wouldn't it? So I'm going to say false.
I would say after do you remember the Miracle on the Hudson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was the name of the film, but I mean, it was about the Hudson plane landing by Captain Sullenberger. I mean, that made such massive news that I would have thought something like this would have made equally big news.
They'd have shown the footage as well.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been all over the news. Landing a plane on a truck. Yeah. I mean, that's more impressive than landing in a fucking river. Landing in a river's not landing, it's crashing into a river.
Yeah.
It's crashing and floating.
But if the plane came into land and it landed on the back wheels with the nose up, which they do, don't they? Because they come in on the back wheels and then they plonk the nose down.
Yeah.
I suppose if it cruised along the runway with the nose up, they could try and line the truck up and then dunk it into the. It's not.
Would you want to be the truck driver?
I'm going to go. I was just going to say I'm going to go false, because do you think you'd want to be the truck driver, and do you think the truck could travel fast enough?
I don't know how fast do planes come into land. They're pretty quick, aren't they?
I mean, obviously they slow down quick, but they come in really fast.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go false. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely false.
All right, we're all saying false. Let's click the link, and Snoop says it's false.
Wow.
I'm actually slightly disappointed, even though I get a point. I kind of wanted that to be a thing.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Yeah, the claim: an airliner was saved by a pickup truck after its landing gear malfunctioned. The origin: rumours began to tout the supposedly incredible abilities of the Nissan Frontier. It sounds like it was a truck advert. Yeah. That's gotta be my favourite sports utility vehicle. There's all these things. That truck driver's a hero. We need more like him.
Who are you and what did you do to Dan?
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Oh, someone's done a bit more math on it as well. We didn't even think about this. You'd be dropping £5,000 onto the back of a Nissan Frontier that's only rated for £1,500 at most, assuming you're driving the manual V6. And that's going to be going 100 plus miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
They reckon it would crush the truck, basically, if you were to even, slowly plonk it on there. So yeah, it's false. It wouldn't work. It was some sort of advert, I think. Yeah. Okay. Do you want one more?
Yeah, let's have one more.
Yeah, let's do one more.
I do enjoy the Snopes game.
Fact check. Are you deemed legally insane if you've taken LSD 7 times? So I guess the thing here is specifically 7 times. What if you've taken it 20 times? Are you alright? It's just the 7. No, so I'm assuming this is 7 or more times. Are you deemed legally insane if you've taken LSD 7 times? So I assume it has a cumulative effect or something, does it? If you it builds up in your system forever or something. I don't know how it works, LSD. But if you take it 7 times, is that the point where they go, right, you're definitely fucking nuts?
7 times in the same day, yes.
6 times, you're fine. 7, no way. Yeah,
No, false.
Maybe it's a comment on, how damaging it is, where they're if you've taken it 7 times, you will be so mentally messed up by it, you will be insane.
Wow.
There might be some element of truth to this.
Well, I'm sure there were so many people in the hippie era, the 70s, 80s.
Oh, that's true. Lots of them did take LSD there back then, didn't they?
It took it a lot of time. So you'd have loads of legally insane people today, and we don't. So
didn't they give it to American soldiers as part of trials and things like that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they give it to a lot of Americans? They're all fucking nuts over there, aren't they? Put it in the water supply, haven't they? It would explain their voting habits.
I see you're buying a gun. Please take this LSD with you as well. It's free. Yeah, no, I'm going false on this one.
Alright, we're all saying false. I've clicked the link. And Snopes says it's false.
Yay.
God for that.
Yeah. So the origin, the assumption that prolonged LSD use will result in permanent mental damage is widespread. So apparently this has been a thing that's been flying around since the 1980s. So yeah, the sort of claim was, if you have it 7 times, the cumulative damage will build up and you're officially nuts. There's different versions of it. So there's one here, it says more than 4 hits in a month renders you legally insane, is another claim. Yeah, there's no specific number of LSD trips that, it might be 1, might be 100, I don't know. Don't find out. Well, that's good, we will get another point.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Percentages are creeping up. Ollie's still in the lead with 91%, over 91%. Spike, 77.78%.
Oh, it's a good number.
And I'm on 80.88%. So you're catching up, Spike.
Slowly. Yay!
Yeah.
Can I stay on 77.7% forever?
I don't know, you can try.
Yeah, just refuse to answer any more questions.
Yeah, if you don't turn up for the show, you would.
Then I can decide what I want for my next present.
Hi, this is Dan, Brian, and Matt with the Godless Revolution podcast. We've had a lot of great guests on this show, such as Russell Glasser, Dan Arrow, Brian Fields, David Silverman, Doug Mesner, a.k.a. Lucian Greaves, and Joey Kirkman, whom we love a lot.
We've also had a lot of really cool local guests. And we're a podcast that likes to fight for the separation of church and state and against anti-skepticism of all kinds.
You should give us a listen, because if you don't, you're going to be really sad.
Make your ears happy. Listen to the Godless Revolution podcast.
All right, shall we do a couple of quick stories?
Yeah.
I wanted to talk briefly. We talked about Matt Hancock before, a couple of episodes back, I think, about him being useless and all this. He was doinking his secretary on our. We were paying for that.
Yes.
Yeah. They should have put a new poster up, because what was it? Stay home, save lives, protect the NHS. It should have been go to work, bonk the secretary, fuck the NHS. Bloody Tories. They're always doing shit like this.
Oh man. It's so true. Power and money gets you all the bitches. I mean, when you see what Boris what Boris has gotten onto, and Matt, I mean, I don't think I'm the handsomest guy in the world, but come on, these guys just sleeping around.
Well, I don't understand who be into Matt Hancock, but I've got a very special fess hole here. Ollie, you can decide on this one. I created a spoof Tinder account last night, posing as Matt Hancock. I already have more matches than I've ever got on my real account.
Wow. Okay, well, there proves my point.
Apparently, Matt Hancock is a sexy boy.
Well, who knew? Shall I? No, I don't forgive that, because, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's made me feel slightly nauseous, so no thank you.
I mean, look at Bojo. He's got fucking something like 7 or 8 kids from 7 or 8 different women. How does he do it?
Yeah, I mean, the man looks like a fucking haystack, so...
He's not exactly in good shape, Bojo, but I mean, Matt Hancock, I mean, he's a nerdy little Weasley man.
Yeah.
He fucks like... I mean, also, you know, he's bloody corrupt as hell. I mean, he's driving people left or giving all his family free shit and...
This is what I think is so brilliant. Matt Hancock was shit at his job, corrupt as fuck. He was doinking his secretary left, right and buggery. And yet he was still a better health secretary than Sajid Javid, who managed to get COVID within 2 weeks of his being appointed his fucking job. The thing you're supposed to be protecting us all against, and you got it. Yeah. Well done,
you
mate.
went out and got it. I'll tell you who's safe, though. This is quite nice. The Teletubbies.
That's...
The Teletubbies, they have an official Twitter account. It's got a blue tick. The Teletubbies tweeted out 4 pictures of COVID-19 vaccination tubby cards.
Oh, yes, I saw this. And the right-wingers went batshit.
It then says, we're all vaxxed, just in time for a tubby hot summer. Who's ready to come out and play? So there you go. Teletubbies say, uh-oh, COVID! Yeah. And then, so people will start going nuts. Then the Teletubbies put another one out and said, don't worry, Nunu got vaxxed too. And there's a picture of, there's like a vacuum cleaner thing that apparently is a character in the Teletubby show. I'm not familiar with Nunu. But yeah, it's a vacuum cleaner creature. And that's caused Mutable Joe to tweet, canon update. Nunu has a functioning immune system.
But the Gammons came out in force on this one. Bringing vaccinations into innocent children. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh.
How dare you vaccinate the Teletubbies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, God knows what variant could have come out of Teletubby land.
Here's the thing. I mean, this is. I tweeted about this the other day, and it really should have been one of my delights, actually. One of my jollies, or whatever you want to call them. I've been approved for Botox. For my migraines, not for my face. Shut the fuck up, Dan, before you even start, before you even formulate a sentence. Shut the fuck up.
All right, and when are you getting the boob job?
Like I need that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to look good with that duck mouth.
Oh yeah, you're going to get the collagen lips as well.
But this is 31 injections you have, all at the same time. You know, one after the other.
31 injections of Botox.
31 injections of the most deadly toxin in the world.
Well, hang on a minute. Is it the most deadly? I read this because you put a thing out on Twitter about it. Is Botox the most deadly toxin in the world?
Well, no, botulism is. And it's made from botulinum.
But Botox can't be that deadly because all the women would be dying when they inject it. I say women, blokes obviously get it as well, but it's mostly posh women, wasn't it? Botox.
But it is made from the deadliest toxin in the world.
Oh. Okay.
Now, if I can have that jabbed into my head 31 times, people can go and get a fucking vaccine that's proven to be safe and effective.
So hang on, you have to get 31 jabs of Botox, and this is going to do what for you?
It's supposed to help my migraines.
How?
Where are you getting the injections?
You get them in your face, head, neck, shoulders, and it blocks the nerves.
Ah, is that like reducing the pressure onto your nerves or something like that?
It blocks nerve signals. Specifically, I think the trigeminal nerve and the facial nerves and things like that. So if I have any sort of positive effects, I'll be able to, I won't be able to smile about it.
Brilliant.
No more migraines and 20 years younger.
Yeah. So, will you be expressionless afterwards? Will you be
I don't know. I don't know whether I'll still be able to quizzically raise an eyebrow a la Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Or whether I'll just be sort of like a mannequin, shot mannequin.
Hmm. Okay.
But either way, if I'm headache-free, you won't be able to tell.
But you'll be a lot smoother, won't you? Isn't that the Botox thing? Isn't it? It's supposed to make you smooth. And...
Yeah, I do think it does have a sort of slight effect on your wrinkles and stuff, but I don't have any wrinkles.
Yeah, but you're having 31 injections. You're going to look like a seal. I mean, I suppose you'll be a lot more aerodynamic when you're walking around. You just sort of...
Didn't I tell you to shut the fuck up earlier?
Okay. Well, there you go. That was fun. And the other thing I wanted to talk briefly about is all the billionaires keep going into space. What's that about?
Yeah.
Well, they're going sort of vaguely near space.
Yeah, they're sort of going to space in rockets that look very phallic-like, shall we say? Seriously, did you see Jeff Bezos's, I think it was his rocket? It looked exactly like the fucking thing from one of the Austin Powers films.
I named it the Space Shuttlecock.
Yeah. It's just missing the balls at the bottom from the... But imagine having that... That's what a lot of people are commenting on Twitter. Imagine having that much money that you could... I mean, the amount of money they spend on that, you could basically, feed all of the world's hungry, or you could give, every child a fucking college education or whatever, and instead you spend 30 minutes whizzing around the sort of upper atmosphere.
Yeah, but I mean, they went up about 48 miles. Where the edge of space is determined... I mean, this is just the edge of space. Is determined to be at the Kármán line, which is 50 miles. So they went just below the edge of space. That's not going into space. If you're not orbiting the Earth, you aren't in space. Fuck off.
Yeah.
You went quite high. I'm much more impressed by Felix Baumgartner, who jumped near the edge of space.
Ooh. Oh, was that the guy that did the jump with the Red Bull branding on it?
That's more impressive. You went up, you came back down. You were up there for 10 minutes. You went to space.
But didn't he go up on a balloon, the guy that did the jump?
Yeah.
So couldn't they have just done that instead of spend £500 billion or whatever? I don't know what the money was, but it was like a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, well, there was a kid. He was 18. And his father paid for him to go up. And it cost 18 million... Oh, was it 18? No, $28 million to send him up there. $28 million. How many homeless people would that house and feed?
But think of all those poor, out-of-work astro engineers that had to...
Yeah, I mean, there's a tinge of jealousy here because I would love to do it. But it's just such a colossal waste of money with everything that's going on that you've got these two bloody arseholes. Oh.
Well, did you see there was an official Amazon statement-y thing where he put a thing out saying, thank you to all of the workers and customers, you made this possible. And I was like, that's just really... Your workers who were like on slave labour around the warehouses and having to piss in
bottles,
plastic bottles. Cause, I bet they really appreciated the fact that you got to blast into near orbit.
Yeah.
I'm sure that really, made it all feel worthwhile.
And yet the one alleged billionaire we want to blast into space and not come back is still fannying around in the Mar-a-Lago resort.
I think what we should have done is when they came back down, we should have greeted them all wearing Planet of the Apes style masks. It's like, we've landed back on the wrong planet. What's happened? I don't know.
I don't know, because I'm sort of conflicted on this, because part of me thinks that this is important and it's needed for our, advancement as a human race. We may have to leave the planet one day, blah, 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 all these type of things. So part of me thinks that this is also needed, but also I'm conflicted by the fact that, as you say, that money can be used for so much good.
And we already know how to leave the planet. We went to the moon in 1969. We're pretty good at this shit. We don't need two bellends, one of which who designs a rocket that looks like him, to go sort of vaguely near the edge, have a look and say, it's nice up here, and then come back down again. That's not advancing anything, apart from their egos.
Well, I was going to ask, have they made any advancements in the technology by doing this?
Of course. Look at what the work Elon Musk is doing around, making rockets be able to return to Earth without us spending, I don't know how many billions every time developing a new one whenever we have to leave and return. So I think there's lots of technology that is being advanced.
Congratulations, you invented the parachute. Fucking wankers. As you can tell, I have no time, no sympathy, no interest in this shit whatsoever, and I love space exploration and stuff. But these two twats interest me not.
Couldn't we just build a really big, elastic catapult thing? Wouldn't that be good enough? How hard can that get you?
Trebuchet a twat.
Is it time for Sir Michael?
It's always time for Sir Michael.
The best man in the world.
Time for Sir Michael. The best man in the world.
So this was in some sort of WhatsApp group. This was someone called Lindsay has commented.
Looking for a good paella recipe if anyone's got one?
I think I can help. My uncle does the best paella. He learned the recipe when he worked as a kitchen assistant on a cruise ship.
What is it?
Well, it's basically a hotel that floats. I love it when he does that. That's a very short one of those. There's another one. This one's quite nice. Let me send you the link, Ollie. This was nice. So Michael joined another Facebook group, I believe.
So I'm going to look at how many voices I've got to do. What's an Essex accent sound like?
I don't know, they're all orange, aren't they? Is it not those people?
Yeah. Like common as muck, yeah. I'll go with South End.
And how do you sound orange? I don't know.
All right. How do you sound orange? I don't know. How do you sound orange? I sound orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's the Essex accent. Yes.
Oh, God. Why you could just read it, you know. One of them could happen to have the same voice as you. Just saying. Or constantly doing all these bizarre things.
Well, but people have commented, one person's commented that they like the accents.
So Michael has commented before that your accents are a hate crime. It's borderline war crime, I would say, but yeah.
Mainly why I keep doing them.
Alright, do you want to read the heading of this one then?
Who else can't sleep because of the heat? Can't cope, crying emoji. Dan. Cold shower before bed.
What fucking accent was that?
I have no idea anymore. Honestly makes a big difference.
Showers before bed aren't environmentally ethical.
30-second shower is killing the planet, is it? Get fucked.
Just saying, there's a much simpler way of reducing your body temperature in bed, which is feasible for everyone and kind to the environment. I heard it from my step-granddad, brackets, rest in peace, who learned it from a colleague of his who'd been in the army.
So? You're going to say, or is it top secret?
No, it's not really a secret. I don't remember my step-granddad, brackets, rest in peace, too well, but he liked helping people, so I'm guessing he'd be happy for me to share it with people who are struggling to sleep in this temperature.
What is that?
It's 29 degrees Celsius. What is it where you are?
Similar, maybe 30, but I was asking what the army tip was.
I should clarify that I don't know for sure it was specifically an army tip.
Okay, I'm done.
No, I just meant that the colleague of my step-granddad used to be in the army at one point. He shared the tip with my step-granddad when they worked together a few years later, but I don't know for certain that he picked it up in the army.
Hey, would you just say what this tip is, please?
Sure. Well, the trick is to cut the sleeves off your thermal pyjamas before you put them on. You'd be amazed at how much cooler you feel in bed with no pyjama sleeves. Thumbs up emoji. Oh, he's bonkers, isn't he?
And I absolutely apologise for my accents. I have no idea what I'm even doing anymore.
Yeah.
I love your scouse, though, Ollie. Well done.
Yeah, great. Is it time to head to the bunker?
To the bunker we shall go.
Yay.
Welcome to the Two Skeptical Chaps, Agent Bunker.
Welcome to the Two Skeptical Chaps Agency Bunker. This is where we run our Skeptical Spy Agency. And just a reminder, we've got a shop. You can get to it through the Facebook page, I think. And you can buy shit. There's like mugs and stuff. They're quite nice, the mugs. We all got one. Yeah. Get a mug. Support the show.
I have my morning coffees in my Two Skeptical Chaps mug.
Yeah, if you get a mug, take a picture of it, send it to us, and we will retweet it. Yeah.
Yay.
Is that an encouragement or not? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, lots of people have been sending us stuff. It's very exciting. Agent Jerry! Hello, Agent Jerry. He's been in touch. He sent us a link. thesmokinggun.com. Ooh, this is exciting. This is a Florida man story. Pocket dial to 911 sinks Florida trio operating meth lab in backyard shed.
Okay.
A Florida... Could you type any louder?
I was going to say, I have to edit this shit. You're there typing like there's no fucking tomorrow. The last episode, do you know how much noise I had to edit out? I just had to mute every single bit where you weren't talking.
Yeah.
And get some WD-40 for your fucking chair.
Yeah, my chair is a bit squeaky.
Yeah, really, I hadn't noticed. And I'm leaving this in. Fuck it.
And he's got little yappy dogs normally. Where are the dogs today?
I have editorial control. I'm leaving this shit in.
I drugged them before the episode started.
That's a good idea.
They're snoring away.
Sorry, Agent Jerry. We're going back to your...
Agent Jerry's story. Continuing with Agent Jerry's story. A Florida trio is facing narcotics manufacturing charges after one of the suspects pocket-dialed 911 and a police operator stayed on the line for nearly half an hour listening to them talking about making and selling methamphetamine. I mean, that's just unlucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the operator apparently detected a bubbling sound, as if something was cooking. They could actually hear them cooking the meth.
Wow.
That's brilliant. Yeah. Deputies raided the structure and arrested, there was 3 of them. Donna Nope, Jason Nope, and Thomas Stallings.
Wouldn't it be great if it was actually a hoax and they turned up and the bubbling was just Irish stew or something like that?
Yeah. Well, there you go. Oh, this is interesting. They've given you all the ingredients here if you want to cook your own meth. The cops found, and here's the list, coffee filters, a butane torch, batteries, drain opener, plastic tubing, hypodermic needles, lithium strips, lighter fluid, plastic bags, and numerous plastic bottles containing a white substance. There you go. That's what you need, apparently.
Oh.
Meth.
No, well, there's a chemical, very specific chemical that you need, and that's heavily regulated. You can only get it through, dodgy sources and stuff like that.
How do you know?
I know. I watched a documentary about.
Wasn't this the plot to Breaking Bad? Roughly, wasn't that what he did? He made loads of meth.
Yeah.
I've not watched Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I know that is the plot. I've not watched it, but
you've not watched Breaking Bad? It's great. You've got to watch it.
I'm guessing with that hair spike, you have had some experience with meth.
Gee, thanks. I have my dose every morning.
Wow, I need to check this website out a bit more often. There's a link list down the side. This is some of the sections on their website. Popular tags. Florida is the top of the list. Right. Then it's got mugshot roundup, assault, FBI, battery, Florida man, and drunk driving. Popular tags on this website. Huh. Well, that was good fun. Thank you for that, Agent Jerry. I like that. Someone's butt dialed, and then I wonder does it say how long they spent in jail? I'm assuming they're going to jail for that.
I would think so.
Okay. Thank you for that, Agent Jerry. Where's Agent Jerry in the roster? Let me just have a look. There he is, Agent Jerry, 0035. Oh, he's currently just an attendant. Was he naughty in the past? Did we demote him for something?
You keep the records, you tell us.
Yeah.
Well, I don't keep a complete history. I just have what the current status is.
Oh, you don't actually track. Oh, Dan, you should be tracking the history so we know what they've done.
Yeah, that's what I need, Spike, for this show. More admin. Like I don't do enough paperwork for this show as it is.
You create one show document that no fucker reads.
I collect the Snopes things. I got the spreadsheet.
Come on, Dan, you design databases.
I run the website. I do the Twitter stuff. I'm a very busy man. Can we give Agent Jerry a promotion for that then? I think he definitely deserves one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations, Agent Jerry. You are no longer an attendant. You are now a senior attendant.
Well done.
Senior attendant. Yeah, very exciting.
Agent promoted.
Next up. Right, who else has sent us stuff? Riley Moore! She sent us a load of stuff. Hi, Riley. How are you?
Hello.
She sent... This is great. This is a link to kolotov.com. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Unlicensed dental office employee admits to performing extractions. Now, I read this earlier. This is amazing. Right, here we go. This isn't a Florida woman. This is a Reno woman. I don't think we've had a Reno woman before.
That's where Johnny Cash shot a man.
Just to see him die?
Just to see him die, yeah.
Yeah. A Reno woman is facing several felony charges, accused of breaking into a Sun Valley dental office, stealing more than $22,000 in cash and checks, and performing tooth extractions without a license. The burglary happened May the 3rd. I mean, I'd have led with the tooth extractions, to be honest, rather than the theft. The burglary happened May 3rd, 2021, on Sun Valley Boulevard. Deputies responded to an after-hours alarm call and found an open door and a broken window. They also found a total of $22,861 in cash and checks stolen from a cash drawer. How do you find stolen money? They found the cash drawer was broken open, surely. They didn't find the money. Yeah. They then identified an employee of the dental office, a 42-year-old Laurel Ike, as a person of interest. During the investigation, detectives learned that Ike had previously performed 13 tooth extractions on one person.
Holy shit.
They were reached for comment. They said, I don't know what to do. Dr. Passion. I can't do it.
Oh dear.
She stole my teeth. Oh God.
This episode's really going to shit, isn't it?
Is that 911? Someone's stolen my teeth. Oh God. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
That's what happens when the tooth fairy starts taking meth.
Fucking hell.
Breaking into the dentist office.
Yeah, apparently she performed the medical procedure and used anaesthetic disposed of by the dental office. So it sounds like she set up her own kind of dental surgery outside the dental surgery with like their leftovers.
Wow.
Yeah. She was arrested on multiple counts, a felony count of performing surgery without a licence. Well, can you just apply for a licence? Can anyone get one? Is it like hunting? You just go, yeah, I'd like to have a go at surgery. Can I get a licence? Thanks very much. $15? Thanks very much. Yeah, there you go. Off you go, son. Have a laugh. One count of felony burglary, felony count of grand larceny. Larceny. Apparently that's, if you steal more than $5,000 but less than $25,000, that's grand larceny. What happens if you steal more than $25,000? Is that even grander larceny?
Very grand larceny.
Very grand larceny.
Posh larceny.
Or is it like, for every 25 grand, is it a separate larceny charge? I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
3 felony counts of violation of probation or condition of a suspended sentence, and 1 gross misdemeanor count of conspiracy to commit a burglary. Whoa.
I'm actually surprised that there wasn't an assault charge bunged in there as well.
Well,
because, I mean, removing someone's teeth, even if it's with their consent, if you're doing it without a licence, that's an assault as well as a practicing surgery without a licence charge.
What do you mean you don't have a licence?
I'm going to sue you. You're going to what me? Sue you. You're going to poo me.
Only came in for a cleaning. Oh man. 13 teeth in one go. Yeah. Wonder what that was about. Thank you very much for that one, Riley. But she didn't stop there. She also sent a link to the Huffington Post. Well, we've talked about Right Said Fred before, but yeah, there's an article on the Huffington Post about it. Right Said Fred faced backlash after revealing they attended anti-lockdown protest. Yeah.
There's another couple of fucking bellends. Oh, God. I hate those two twats.
Oh, I think this is an older story. I don't know why you've sent it this to now. This is from September 2020, it looks like. Agent Riley, this isn't a new thing. I think we've already talked about Right Said Fred.
Yeah, no, they're still but they're still banging on about it.
Yeah. Do you know, I went out, I think it was last week. I went for a date with a lady. And I went to a pub, and we were sitting having a nice drink, and they started playing a Right Said Fred song. And I was like, is this a political statement now? I don't know what's going on. Like, what is that? They literally started playing I'm Too Sexy.
Well, they've literally only had 2 hits.
Yeah. What was the other one? I can't remember the other one.
The other one was Deeply Dippy.
Oh, that's right.
Never has anything been more accurate in its life.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't exactly call that a hit. I don't really understand why I'm Too Sexy was a hit, because, I mean, when you look back at it...
Oh, come on, it is catchy.
So's Gonorrhea.
All right. Well, thanks for the Right Said Fred thing there, Riley. But I think that's old news. But I did enjoy the tooth extraction.
Yeah, I enjoyed that immensely.
Agent Riley.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Where is Agent Riley in the roster?
It's got to be worth a promotion.
Agent Riley, currently our head of espionage. What's the next rank up?
Well, Agent Riley, isn't she the DJ? She should be our sort of DJ head of...
She doesn't appear to be doing a hell of a lot of DJing.
Oh, well,
I think so. I think I saw it once. Anyway.
All right. Well, I think a promotion is in order. The next level up, Agent Riley, you are no longer the head of espionage. You are now Inspector General, head of admin.
Agent promoted.
Oh,
congratulations!
That's exciting, isn't it?
Well done.
You can do Dan's job. It won't take you long.
Start doing some admin. Yeah. Oh, yeah. First task for you, Riley. Can you go back through all of the shows and create a complete history of how everybody's like the rankings up and down where everyone's been? That would be very helpful. Thanks, Agent Riley. Get right on that. The Willoughbys have been in touch. Agent Doug, you sent me a link. It doesn't work, but I think the just the link tells me everything I need to know. Florida man banned from playing tuba on beach. I kind of want a video of that. It's Florida man. Agent Doug also sent us, and this is very exciting, a link to therap.com. Slip and slide show NBC diarrhea shutdown. Agent Doug, you sent us that story. Snopes is still out there on this. Doug, this is very exciting. If they come back and say that it was fine, it's true, you're safe, Doug. If Snopes comes back and says this is false, you're in for one hell of a demotion, my friend. Yeah, here we go. The upcoming TV competition series, adapted from the classic backyard water slide, has shut down indefinitely after up to 40 crew members fell violently ill during production. Yeah, there was an outbreak of awful explosive diarrhea. Oh no. Yeah, it left people collapsing on set and being forced to run into porta potties.
I have a feeling this might be true.
I'll tell you what, the picture that they've picked for the slip and slide is awful. It's someone sliding through mud.
I don't want to know.
No, stop there, Dan. Stop there, Dan.
Yeah.
I had a fortnight of Crohn's disease. I don't want to go there.
Oh, well, there's a theme emerging here. Doug also sent us a link to the HuffingtonPost.com. Yes, this was someone interviewed astronaut Tim Peake. Remember him, the British astronaut?
Yeah.
Yes.
They decided to go in with some very important questions. What happens when you fart in space? Oh, no! Yeah. Okay, there's 5 key facts, apparently, when you fart in space. Here we go. Number 1, it doesn't move. If you fart in 0 G, you have a major problem, said Derek Pitts from the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. If you fart, the gas stays right there. It doesn't go anywhere. It hovers right around there. Oh no, so that means you could be flying effectively through the space station and you suddenly hit that.
I was really hoping it would propel you along in 0 gravity. You could just sort of fart your way through the tunnels and things.
Yeah.
That is one of the points, actually. That was number 4. No, you can't propel yourself around the ISS on farts.
Aww.
In 2012, a Reddit with retired astronaut Chris Hadfield burst the bubble of curiosity around this question. We all tried it, he said. Here we go. The official quote, too muffled, not the right type of propulsive nozzle.
And that's how you do science. You test these things.
Yeah, here we go. Point number 2, farting in your astronaut suit is not the worst thing. Ollie's lost it.
You have an hypothesis and you test.
Yeah, apparently
That is how I'm referring to my astronaut. A
propulsive nozzle.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, apparently, this is point number 2. Farting in your astronaut suit is not the worst thing. The suits are fitted with an LiOH filter to remove toxic gases like methane and carbon dioxide. Point number 3, those gases could be quite deadly. Yes. There was a study on the farts from a group who were put on a space diet. Oh, God. What they found is those that were fed the space diet produced gases that were more flammable than the control group. Well, that's not... You don't really want to be giving the astronauts that, then. Yeah. It said here, intestinal bacteria form two gases, hydrogen and methane, that could constitute a fire hazard in a closed chamber. Imagine if that's how you died.
Wow.
Yeah, point number 4, you can't propel yourself around. And then number 5, fart emails were an actual thing aboard the ISS.
Excuse
So
me?
here we go. So this was an interview with an astronaut, Clayton C. Anderson. He said, my gas could be quite stinky. Just ask a few of my crew members. So much so that one of my spacewalking partners, who shall remain nameless, often gave me a clear verbal indication that my gas was aromatic and not in a good way. It was after repeated verbal jousting that he and I, alone in the confines of the space shuttle middeck, noted the large air hose positioned above the area leading to the shuttle ISS docking tunnel. Hoping to keep aromas in the middeck at a more tolerable level, I utilised the fact that we were weightless to lift myself, rear end pointing towards the hose to the ceiling, and fire away. We started referring to these events as sending emails to the ISS. What the hell?
This is the best story ever.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Agent Doug. Agent Doug also sent us a link to bold.com. This is about a Florida woman.
Oh.
Yeah. Florida woman arrested after drunk driving. So I read the story. Basically, she crashed into a Taco Bell sign. Very drunk. Apparently she worked at said Taco Bell. That's not the interesting part, or the funny part. The funny part is her surname. Her name is Kanisha Booze. Throughout this article, it then just keeps saying, Booze was arrested for drunk driving. Booze crashed into the thing. Booze then hit a tree. Booze... It was immediately clear that Booze was drunk. Booze had bloodshot, watery eyes, a dazed and blank expression on her face, and an odour of an alcoholic beverage on her breath. Oh, she refused the breathalyzer. Yeah, so she did all of that. She crashed into the sign, a tree, all sorts of other stuff. She's had previous brushes with the law, it says here. Driving without a licence, marijuana possession. What do you think her bond was to get her out? How much do you think? I always think this is fun to guess these.
$5,000?
$5,000.
20,000?
Ollie wins $1,750.
Oh, that's quite low.
This is a very American thing. I don't think any other country does that, Americans. I don't know if you realise that, American people. If you were arrested for something in the UK, they wouldn't ask you to turn up the police station with a large pile of cash to get you out until the trial.
Is something that I'm really, really against. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's a thing for rich people, basically. Rich people don't have to sit around in prison until the trial if they can afford to, And you get it back do you get it back if you're found guilty, but you still turn up at court?
Your bail money, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's a real rich people thing, yeah. But we don't have that.
Over here, you're bailed to appear, or bailed to return. So that's bailed to appear in court, or bailed to return to the police station. Or you're remanded in custody, and that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no money involved.
No.
Yeah. That's weird. I don't know are there any other countries where you have to pay the money to not be in jail until the court?
I don't know, but
I don't know if
Stewart,
any other countries do that.
On Last Week Tonight, did a magnificent piece on cash bail and how appalling it is in America, and the fact that they put people in prison for the most ridiculously stupid little things and then bond them out.
Yeah. Yeah, these bail bond companies are literally like loan sharks, the way they operate.
It's probably on YouTube. If it's on YouTube, check it out. It's an amazingly good piece. It's really educational, and it's also Jon Stewart, so it's really funny as well.
Huh. And finally, Agent Doug sent us a link to Oprah News. I'm not familiar with this. Man arrested for training his dog to throw bricks at people.
What?
Yeah. Basically, man arrested for training dog to throw bricks at people ringing his doorbell. And there's a picture of a great big pit bully thing. Hold it. And this isn't like a little brick. This thing's got like a cinder block in its mouth. It basically walked along the top of the wall. And if you rang the doorbell, it would drop a brick on your head.
What the fuck?
Yeah. There's a comment from the police here. They must hire him so he can train the canine division.
Did they say he was arrested for it?
An Asian man was arrested after it was reported that he had trained his dog to throw rocks at people when they were knocking. The man is said to be a loner who doesn't like to socialise and perhaps doesn't appreciate when people come to his house to bother him.
Yeah, but I could train you how to shoot a gun. Then if you go out and shoot somebody, it's not my fault.
Yeah, but I kind of have sort of free will and think that's a dog. He's trained the dog to do this thing. Yeah. So apparently the Animal Division Affairs thought he'd crossed the boundary, and they class this as animal cruelty. They're not worried about the people getting the bricks dropped on their heads. They're worried about the dog dropping the bricks. Okay.
Oh man, there's no Snopes article about this. I somehow don't buy this.
I'm not sure where this is from in the world. It just says an Asian man. Okay. Thanks for all of those, Doug. That was very impressive.
Yeah.
But Agent Sarah's been in touch. And she sent us a load of stuff. She sent us a link. I think we talked about it, didn't we? Do you remember that woman that was in the backyard and the bear turned up and she pushed the bear?
Yes. Yeah.
She shoved the bear away. Yeah, that was good. Thanks for that one, Sarah. She also sent, this is good, a link to avclub.com. Secular law interferes with spiritual warriors' attempt to exercise lumber at Home Depot. There's a man.
Okay.
Here we go. This is from the Dixon City Police. They've said, disorderly people were having an exorcism in the lumber aisle for dead trees.
Oh man.
I suppose I never thought about that. Yeah, like a plank of wood. That's like a dead tree. That is. It might have a ghost. It could be haunted by the spirit of a real tree.
Yeah, or it could not.
Yeah. Apparently, the pair said they were having a confrontation with wood demons. Okay. Yeah. They described themselves as vigilante demon fighters. That sounds exciting. I wish I was a vigilante demon fighter.
They're like real demons, but they have hinges.
Yeah. Agent Sarah also sent a link. There was an American Airlines thing. One of the passengers went nuts. I thought on planes, if a passenger went nuts, I thought they had straps and things that were specifically there to tie someone down. I guess they didn't have them on this flight. They duct taped her to a seat. A woman was physically restrained to her chair with strips of duct tape aboard an American Airlines flight after she allegedly tried to open the plane's door. Yeah, don't be doing that. While the craft was in flight and assaulted a crew member. Yeah.
Wow. I was on a plane once where they just suddenly started, tying a guy up. The crew, I had no idea what happened or whatever, but they tied him up.
Okay.
Was he like fighting and stuff?
I don't know. I thought at the time it's because he was drunk or, or misbehaving or whatever. But it all just sort of happened very serenely and calmly, and they tied him up and he didn't fight much, and then they put a mask on him. This was obviously way before COVID, and they, covered. I no idea what was going on.
Are you sure this was on a plane and not some weird party you went to?
No, it's on a plane, yeah.
Maybe he requested it. Was it in first class? He was into bondage. He's like, could one of the stewardesses tie me up a bit?
It was in business class actually, and I honestly thought that he was drunk and misbehaving or something.
Okay.
Well, thinking about it, if you wanted to tie someone up on a plane, it would be easier to do it in first or business class because the seats have got a lot more room, haven't they?
Yeah.
So if you're having a really bad flight, could you kick off in economy and then end up being tied up in first class? Because that might be worth it. Even if you're tied up, it's better, isn't it? First class is lovely.
Yeah. Bad idea, Dan. Bad idea.
And finally, from Agent Sarah, do you remember we talked about that bobcat that attacked that woman? And then the husband went crazy and shot it. And I think we played a clip.
Yeah, vaguely.
Agent Sarah has commented. This is very romantic. Doug would defend me from a crazed bobcat, no question.
Oh, well done, Doug.
Doug, would you really? A crazed bobcat, Doug? Would you really? Let us know. Imagine if Doug comes back and says, no way, that bitch is on her own.
I wouldn't have defended my ex-wife against a fucking spider, never mind a bobcat.
Well, I somehow feel that Sarah and Doug have a different relationship than you and your ex-wife.
Yeah.
Ollie.
I kind of have the impression that the Willoughbys have the healthiest marriage possible. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yes.
But only one of them can be promoted or demoted. Which one do we think? I think it's got to be Agent Doug, hasn't it?
I'm sorry, it's got to be Doug. He's it's got to be Doug. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although, should we hold it in abeyance until we get qualification of the...
I think he's going to get a promotion, but if that story turns out to be false, he's in for a hell of a drop.
Oh, yeah.
And I imagine...
We'll promote you, but if you're giving us fake news, we're taking it away again.
Well, I imagine I won't have to monitor that situation, because I like to think, Sarah, you'll keep a close eye on whether that Snopes article changes the classification of that, so, Agent Doug, you were an executive director. Congratulations, Doug. You're now a deputy director. He's made it all the way to deputy director.
Hey, well done.
Well done.
Agent promoted.
You're gonna have to come on the show soon.
Yeah.
Yes, almost.
Both of you.
Oh, I want to get both the Willoughbys on. Can we do that? Can we get both the Willoughbys on? Yeah. Didn't we originally say we would never let an agent reach deputy director? I think I want to drop that rule for Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, deputy director. Yeah. Also, because then it will be the biggest ever drop if that story proves false. Imagine plummeting all the way from deputy director back down to attendant. 28 levels he would drop. Yeah. This has been good fun. I think Spike's got to run off now. He's going to play cricket with Agent Smith.
Indeed.
Yeah. Say hello to Agent Smith. Who I think has also sent us some stories, but we haven't got time now because, Spike's got to go and play cricket with you, Agent Smith. Yeah. This has been good fun.
It has.
Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for supporting the show through Patreon. If you're not and you're listening for free, shame on you. Shame. How do you live with yourselves?
Very dare you.
Yes. Scum.
How do you sleep at night?
Yeah.
Bastards. Absolute bastards.
All right. Until next time. Cheerio.
Ciao.
See you later.
If you outlandishly plan to continue lending your ears to these bizarre chaps and wish to correspond with them, they can be reached as follows. Facebook, 2 Skeptical Chaps. Twitter at 2SC Podcast. Email 2sc.podcast@gmail.com. Or you can call them and leave a voicemail message on UK number 0795 251 3007. They look forward to any input for future episodes or the sharing of feedback that's half-witted, profound, or anywhere in between. No pressure. If you're still listening by now, well done.